Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Miasin. Today I'm actually going to be reviewing two, not really new cards, but kind of. So it's Dragunity of the Hurricane alongside the level 3, I forgot the name, Dragunity Geese Arm, oh my god. But before we start, friendly reminder to like and subscribe because it motivates me a lot to keep making videos like these. And yeah, let's jump into the first one. So Dragunity of the Hurricane, quick play spell card. You can only activate this card once per turn. So once again, if it keeps getting negated and you drew multiples, it's fine. And it is especially more of a going second card. Well, I mean, it's basically only a going second card because the effect reads, if only your opponent controls a monster, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck for the rest of the turn, blah blah blah, after this card resolves, except dragons. So that's the usual clause we see in a lot of Dragunity cards. Well, I mean, in Senatus at least, so that's why you can't really play Senatus in the build that I made with Auradon and stuff. I will definitely make an update on the Dragunity deck, don't worry. I think Phoenix's version is obviously infinitely better, even though like the Amorphage cards are still bricks when you're going second, but they're like good, like technically good to draw when you're going first. But anyways, also special summon one Dragunity Tuner and one Winged Beast Dragunity monster from your deck, but negate their effects. Then if your opponent controls a monster that was special summoned from the extra deck, immediately after this effect resolves, you can, so it's not a mandatory, you can synchro summon one Dragon Synchro using only Dragunity monsters you control as, you know, the materials. So this is interesting because it is kind of like a one card starter on its own, but you can only use it while your opponent is the only one to control a monster. Now, there is kind of a way to mitigate that if you're going first and you're playing like weird, very sketch cards like Sheehan Spy or Silent Wobby or DD Guide, you know, some like bait-ass cards like that people don't really play, in a way that also allows you to play through Gamma in Infinite. So if you know for a fact that you're going first, that could be cute, but if you're going second and you use a card like this, it's really nasty because you're really pushing through boards. Like, it just summons two monsters, and to a certain extent, there's pretty much like no real drawback to the card. Like, being locked under dragons only from your extra deck is really not that big of a deal if you deck build like around that condition. So obviously if you're playing Senatus already, this is basically just not even something that you read. It's just like, okay, after this card resolves, blah blah blah, and you skip the except dragon monsters. I like this a lot. You can't really main deck a card like this unless you're like very good at losing dice rolls, so if you're like me basically. But I don't know, I like this card a lot, to be honest. I would probably side deck it. It looks weird to side deck cards that are like engine cards in a way. I know that back in I think Cosmo format, some people's side deck weren't even like side deck cards. It was like main deck. They were like doing a conversion to like another kind of build of their Cosmo deck. It was weird. Like, it was really sketch. They either would play like Demise Cosmo and then they would swap to like a more aggressive version, or they would do the exact opposite. Or some dragon decks like Felgrand and stuff, they would kind of do something like that. But anyways, so that's pretty much it for the quick play spell. Now let's get into the level 3 guy, which is, yeah, Dragunity Geese Arm. So when this card is normal summoned, once again, you can target one level 4 or lower winged dragon or winged beast in your graveyard. All of your dragons, Dragunity or wind, whatever, they're all tuners basically, but you can also summon your winged beast and then special summon it, but it negate its effects, blah blah blah. That's kind of irrelevant, to be honest. They barely have effects on the field, especially when they're special summoned. So if this card has also another effect, if this card is currently equipped to a monster, you can special summon this equipped card. Both effects are hard once per turns. So I'm pretty sure Phalanx, yeah, Phalanx, you can use the equip effect to special summon itself infinite times per turn. But this card actually has just massive synergy with Glow, the graveyard effect of Glow, the normal spell card that allows you to pretty much special summon like a Dragunity that is equipped. So not only is it good with that, but also if you can actually go all the way into a Barcha and equip like a lot of cards, including this, it's a free summon. And then since it's a level 3, which is very unique in Dragunities, you can finally make Dragunity Knight Trident, which is kind of like a first in a way for a Dragunity deck without actually committing to a lot of weird cards and bricks and stuff like that. And Trident is kind of like a, in a way, I guess it's single-handedly a win condition because you look at your opponent's extra deck. I already explained how looking at your opponent's hand, extra deck, and stuff like that can actually help you not only win game 1, but also help you win game 2 because you can actually side deck to beat them. So they kind of have to scoop like very early if they want to like conceal information, or if they kind of like they get cocky and they think, oh no, I can break your board, whatever, and then you end up like doing every like a huge board. It's too late for them. So Pretty much the same thing here. Trident is actually a very good card. It's a level 7 though, so that's why it wasn't seeing too much play in Dragunity decks. But yeah, this level 3 guy, another useful thing about it is that if you only have like tuners in your graveyard, pretty sure, yeah, okay, so Remis plus any discard should be like full combo even if you don't want to play Sonatas. I mean, why would you kind of want to go there? But you can go like Geese Arm, revive back your Remis from your graveyard, and then you make Romulus and then search Ravine, no, Divine Land, sorry. And then you equip, you summon Phalanx, you equip Phalanx, and then you special summon it, you make Link Cross, you get 2 tokens, and then you make Martial Marcher, and you can already see why this is basically full Dragunity combo, even if you're like not playing like the Dragon only extra deck, because right now I feel like there are 2 ways of playing Dragunity, either like the full on Dragon extra deck, or just you don't care and you just play like all kinds of stuff. But I mean, whatever. I don't think I have too much else to add. I mean, this structure deck is probably going to be something that's going to help like Dragunity like tremendously, honestly. There's Legatus, Remis, Geese Arm, Glow. Armagram is honestly not that great. All it really is just another Dragon Ruler that doesn't do much. Ironically, Tempest is better than Armagram, and it's like in the Dragunity deck, because you can at least search like Remis, which searches your Ravine, which does like everything, man. Oh my god. But yeah, just I don't know, it's cool. I'm happy for Dragunity. I think the deck finally deserved some support that didn't suck, because man, yo, in Cybernetic Horizon, when Cyber Dragons and Dragunity were like 2 decks that got support and like in one shot, the Dragunity traps sucked, and they got Sonatas, which didn't really boost the deck too much. Like, it stayed garbage, and Cyber Dragons just became like, they went from like horrible to like pretty playable all of a sudden. Dragunity didn't have that treatment. Now they do have the ability to play like very well, and Cyber Dragons, I mean, now they're like a bit behind, but we're going to get that Cyber Dragon structure deck hopefully soon, because I'm really desperate. I feel like the deck desperately needs support. Is this a Cyber Dragon video or a Dragunity video? Anyways, that's pretty much all I had to say for this Dragunity card review video. Well, on Geese Arm and what's the name? Dragunity of the Hurricane. So yeah, moral of the story: if you want to go first and play this card, play Silent Wabi, yes, and then Mystic Mine your opponent, worst case. Anyways, thank you for watching, guys. I'll see you next time. Peace.